Shalom, shalom. Shalom lakam, with his peace unto you all. 𝐤𝐿𝐿𝐿 Za'akikam Yawam Man Rachag Ador Charlotte, which is, this is your brother Yawam from the GMS camp in Charlotte. Chamatam Kaya Ha Malakwath Hashamayim Kwabra, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Kohalayim La La Abanawa Yahawah Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham Chaha Kwadash Wa Mashana La Zakwanyim Nawa Wa Malakim Shor Rachag Ador, which is all praises to our Father Yahawah, which means he exists, Bahasham, in the name Yahushua he delivers, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right, this is 𝐤𝐿𝐿 Exodus chapter 3, and I'm gonna get verse 14. It says, "And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am, and he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasharahla, I am hath sent me unto you." Which, when you go into this, I am will be Ahaya. All right, which that goes into the first person of what the Lord said, so he was speaking in the first person, you see. But nevertheless, reading down, because the Lord's name is Yahawah, which means he exists. All right, it says, "And the Most High said unto Masha, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasharahla, the Lord power of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Yahawah hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations." All right, so the Lord's name is right here. When you see it in the scriptures in all caps, Lord in all caps will be Yahawah. All right, which I'm going to get another precept. This is 𝐤𝐿𝐿 Exodus chapter 23, and we'll get verse 21. And it says, "Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he would not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him." You see, so ultimately talking about the or going into the phonetic sound of the Lord's name, Yahawah. All right, you would find it in Yahawa's name. All right, and then also, Yahawah is the physical embodiment, or he came in the physical embodiment. When he walked on this planet Earth, he comes in the volume of the book. You see, but then also when you search Ha'alat Bayath, the alphabet, in order to spell the Lord's name, you had to search through the alphabet, which Yahawah, all the characters can be likened to Yahawah in some way, shape, or fashion. So Yahawah also represents the Ha'alat Bayath as well. So in order to get the Lord Yahawah's name, you got to go through the alphabet to actually build up those characters. All right, and that's just part of our language that we have been given in the spirit, because the Lord said that he will put his spirit back into the earth with Halashwan Kwadash. All right, which the most important part of the language is the name Hasham, Yahawah Bahasham Yahushua, which Hasham means the name Yahawah Bahasham Yahushua. That's the most important part of the language, going into the Lord's name. All right, but this is Tazapanya, Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent." Which, when you go into the word one consent, it means shoulder to shoulder. Shakam, Shakam goes into shoulder and then also the back, but Shakam is shoulder to shoulder, so that shows that one consent, because the scriptures go into this right here. This is Amos, 𝐤𝐿𝐿 chapter 3, and we'll get verse 3, and it says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" Let me get this word for walk, and it says Yalak, and it says to go, to walk, to depart. It says manner of life, you see, because the scriptures say tell the elect, to essentially be all of one mind. All right, and that one mind goes back to having a manner of life, going back to the scriptures, putting on Hamashayak Yahawah. All right, and we have access to the Father through Yahawah, you see. So also going back to, because you got these off camps saying, hey, you're not supposed to worship Yahawah, but we are to. The scriptures tell us that. But then also going into the Lord's name, it shows you, because being that you have to go to the alphabet, you have to, in order to spell the Lord, or to build the Lord Yahawah's name, you got to go to Yahawah, so there's no getting to the Most High without going through the mediator, Yahawah, you see. So nevertheless, continuing on, let's actually go into it. Back to Genesis, or it's like 𝐤𝐿𝐿 Exodus chapter 3, and we get verse 14, and it says, I'm going to get the word for the Most High Yahawah. All right. And it says Yahawah. Yahawah means to exist. All right, it says the existing one. And it says unpronounced except with the vowel pointings of which the points and all that stuff is, that was inserted around the time of the 6th century AD by what they call the Masoretes, because it goes into the Masoretic vowel points. I'm gonna read this. It says the name of the supreme power amongst the Hebrews, the later Hebrews from some centuries before the time of Hamashiach, are either misled by a false interpretation of certain laws. It says, or else some old superstition regard the name as so very holy that it might not even be pronounced. And that's not true. Pretty much they put the different vowel pointings in there, so that it will be hidden from Jake, because these nations will ultimately understand that if they can keep us from our power, they'll be on top, you see. But we in the time to where the Lord is returning our heritage to us. I'm gonna get those 2 precepts real fast. This is Baruch chapter 2, and I'm gonna get verse 28, and it says verse 29, 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. And the Lord is putting his spirit back on the earth to where the elect is remembering themselves, you see. Which, 2/3, they seeing that, it's 2/3, they're seeing that they're Israelites as well, you see, but only the elect is going to return in sincerity and truth, 2/3, they'll get their rest in the kingdom, So, verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, ultimately going back to the spirit, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. You see, think upon the Lord's name, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawah, because the Lord's name, the phonetic sound, and also you have to go into the alphabet to get to the Lord's name, All right, so going back, let's go back to this. It says whenever therefore this nomen, which nomen goes back to name, tetragrammaton, occur in the sacred text, they accustomed to substitute for Adanya, and thus the vowels of the noun Adanya are in the Masoretic text placed under the 4 letters Yahawah, but with this difference that initial Yad receives a simple and not compound Shiva, Yahawah, not which it goes into some type of vowel pointings, which those vowel pointings, they can lead forth to confusion. That's essentially another reason why they put it in as well. But it says prefixes, however, receive the same points as if they were followed by Adanya, La Yahawah, Ba Yahawah, Ma Yahawah. All right, this custom was already in vogue in the days of which I believe that goes into the Latin Septuagint, or the Septuagint, if I'm not mistaken. It says, and thus it is that they everywhere translate Yahawah Adanya. The Samaritans also follow a similar custom, so that Yahawah they pronounce Shayama and Hasham. All right, because I believe the Samaritans they was heathen. All right, if I'm not mistaken. But then it says Hasham, because that, and essentially the Gutterets call the Lord Hasham, because the scriptures say this right here. This is Malachi chapter 1, and I believe it's verse 14, and it says, but cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. You see, so they even got it to where when they go into their numbering system, because with the numbering system you can use the Hebrew has it uses the characters in Baha'u'llah Bayat and the alphabet as the numbering system. So it when you use those characters that are letters, awat letters, essentially they will get close to saying the Lord's name. So they essentially substitute those for another sound. All right, so for example, instead of putting 9 and 6, ya and ha, or 9 and 7, which would be, or slot 9 and 6, that would be ya and wa, or 9 and 5, that would be ya and ha. They completely substitute those. So to get the number 9 plus 6, that would be 15. Instead of saying 9 plus 6, they'll say like or slot, instead of saying 10 plus 5 and 10 plus 6, they'll say 9 plus 7 and 9 plus whatever makes 15, 9 plus 6, instead of having the Yah, which would be a 10, so that just shows how the Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen, that they don't even want to come close to saying the Lord's name. All right, but I'm gonna get this though. Go back to the Lord's name, and I'm going to go ahead and close it out. But it says, as to the usage of the word, the same supreme power, and of the power was in a special sense the power of the Israelites. All right, not Christians, not Muslims, Israelites. All right, and it says right here, it says Allahayim, or Yahawah Allahayim. All right, which right here says IE, which they got the J, and we know the J didn't come around to 1524, and it says in a position, and not as some have maintained the Most High of powers. All right, but pretty much the point. The Lord's name is Yahawah. It wouldn't be Jehovah. It wouldn't be Yahweh. It wouldn't be Yah. The Lord's name is Yahawah. Going back to Exodus chapter 3 and verse 15. It says, and the Most High said unto Mashah, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasha'Allah, the Lord, power of your fathers, and the power of Abraham, the power of Yatazachak, and the power of Yahawah hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. That's the Lord's only name, Yahawah Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. All right. So Adawan Tazaza Banaya Apollo, who does a beautiful edification through the spirit. Wa Adawan Tazah Tham Yashi Wam Tawabe, Lord's will. You all have a good day. Wa Shalom Lakam, which is peace unto you all. Shalom.